Come on out of your feet, everybody. Make some noise. Wave your hats, wave your hands. Cheer them on. The Cars Tour has rolled back into town. Penultimate race of the season on the road to North Wilkesboro. The South Gear 100. They're in the lane racing restart box and we're free. The only one in Carson Ware, the Jamestown, North Carolina driver. We're going to go under the red flag. We will go under the red flag as Ware is on pit road, badly damaged.
I need something stable to put this on.
51, Carson Ware. And now here comes the 15. Oh, man. Case James car. Driver from Newton, North Carolina, he's on the pit lane for service. We go under it, what would be like an open red, everybody, an open red flag, so the crews can work on the cars. The 9 on the pit lane as well, of Ashton Higgins also. And we are under red flag. Boy, they were excited to get going. And then a hiccup on the front. Heading into turn 1 on the opening lap for the whole shot. We're under the caution flag that turned into a red flag. Boy, oh boy, let's check in with 82, just at the tail end of your screen that misses that. If anything, Dylan Gardner in the middle of that sandwich right there, heavy damage to his front end.
At the minimal escape for Taylor Hall, that was a good point. That white number 82 Chevrolet had gotten out of the way, hopped on the brakes, and just looked like the mishap through the gears. I mean, you're trying so hard to nail the shifts every single time off of the initial start, especially to get a good jump into turn 1. We mentioned how difficult this track may be to pass given its high level of grip. There are multiple grooves, but with these Pro Late models, they're going at the limit 100% of the time, so you really got to find those minute differences to be better than the other. Carson Ware.
Drivers able to roll the cars onto the pit lane. Round of applause. Drivers are okay. I'm understanding that is good from our officials down on the pit lane. Drivers are okay. And again, James is going to go behind the wall. The number 15, Case James from Newton, North Carolina, going behind the wall. By the way, I think I said open red. That's dirt track talk for me. I do a lot of dirt track racing, right? I'll be announcing a dirt car next week, but they call it a red-yellow for the Cars Tour. So red-yellow means that it's like an open red dirt. It's open red-yellow, meaning that you can work on your car or under a red flag with caution where you can work on your car on the pit lane. So safety team of the Cars Tour in the track checking everything out. We will put the original lineup back in position. And when we rack them, restack them, and go for take number 2. You see that big fat goose egg on the scoreboard on the pylon in turn number 3 and 4. And they will try this again. Anxious moments, if you will, to get started. To get ready for this one. So we will try it again. Need a much better go this time around, right? So ladies and gentlemen, they're going to come to the 1 to go indication. We will try this again for a second time. As these drivers will now get ready to get back into position, take number 2. Turn number 2 as well. Not just to mention what happened in turn number 1.
Some people don't know how to drive.
As we'll go back under another caution flag. We got a couple more cars involved over there in turn number 2. The 4 and the 1X, I believe, over there in turn 2. That's a straight. He actually was on the pits for service before they even took the green flag.
No, I need to stand to put this on so I can...
Understanding from race control that they will give them one more attempt at a double file restart or double file start. They'll give them one more shot at a double file start if it does not get good for the third time being a charge. Since the drop of the green flag 2 times, they've tried to wave the green silk from Brandon Willard up on the starter stand, and every time they had, we've had a multi-car crash heading into turn number 1, and for that reason, we will give them one more attempt at double file. If they do not get it done right this time, third time's the charm, then it will be a single file restart to start the race. There's James. Wow, boy, there's Ware's story looking like a modified. Speaking of modified, the modified to the Smart Modified Tour will be here at Tri-County Speedway next Saturday. Make sure you make your plans to be here at this action excitement racetrack. And don't forget also that the Smart Modified Tour and the Z-Max Cars Tour, late model stocks and pro late models all together for a big triple main event. The final races of the season for all station and series, North Wilkesboro Speedway. Things up in turn number 3 and 4. Race fans have a round of applause for the safety crew and course officials. Boy, they've been busy since the drop of the green. Just trying to get things cleared up from accidents. Valiant effort and work by our officials here. And it is sounding like we will try it again here. Being done on them, like the 4 of Trey Burke, the 62 of Rodney Dallas and more. But we are going to try this for a third time. All right, race fans, for the third time, wave your hats, wave your hands, make some noise. It's Cars Tour time for the Silver Gear 1
These racing machines have taken the stampede to the front.
Got all the loose on the bottom side of the racetrack. Trying to find the way up in the outside lane. You can see it is for some debris. As we saw, and yep, there you see it on the back straight. Caution out, race fans. We did get a couple of laps completed. 98 to go. Another caution out for debris on the back straightaway. If you look right down the back stretch where that Tri-County USA logo is on the wall, there is a piece of debris up against the outside retaining wall. If you look down on the back stretch, race fans, where it says Tri-County USA, down the back stretch, you can see where the debris is. And that is what is caution break. Big piece of the French word Pierre debris on the back straightaway as we go into the yellow flag for the third time. But hey, let's give them a round of applause. We got some laps completed, right? 2 in, 98 to go. Remember, they can race up to 35 laps. 40 laps, I'm sorry, it is 40 laps. They race up to 40 laps. If they don't race flat, then they can trigger a competition cost. So I think these guys are doing their own yellow flags here so far. It's Hills, New York, Rodney Dallas on pit road. By the way, that is a heartbreak for him. The driver, Rodney Dallas, is number 5 in the point, 73 back to Ben Mayer. And that is heartbreak for Dallas as he's on pit road for service. One of those drivers, as I mentioned earlier, in the afternoon, separated by 6 drivers by 86 points for the titles. In the Z-Max cars to Rolling Bones, there you got the 1X on the pit lane again of Concord, North Carolina, Tyler Church. It's still got the 4, the driver from Alvin, Texas, Draper, still giving service. So those are your 3 cars that are on pit road right now as we are still working on getting things cleared up. Debris on the back straightaway, as you can see, it is all cleaned up, picked up. And the choose cone's coming out for the first time, raceman. No, they're waving it off. My apologies, we're waving it off. We're waving it off as we still are working on making sure the track's good and clear. That's Brandon Willard up in the flag stand, handling the flag stand duties. And so here we are. Driver from Maryland, and that driver, of course, in that Sensor Racing Development entry, that's Chevrolet. And they will now choose, everybody. Now they're going to choose. You see Brandon Willett up on the flag stand. He's got the green and yellow flags together, and he's still choosing. Here 225 is a beautiful sunset here in Burke County, North Carolina. We are going to show them the 1 to go indication this time by. Cars Racing Tour, Junior Motorsports, Dell Junior, It's about to go down again, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see what happens. Dan Mayer, TJ DeCare, Brandon Lopez now changing it up with Baldwin Curry now in the top 5. Your pace cars in. Back to the iRacing restart zone. 98.